Welcome to Mandara Loft. We're going to do a little talk about Circovirus today. I'll show you some of my birds while we're in the loft. One of my little splashes here. And I'm going to talk about the birds. Let's see, do I have him? I don't know if I got him. I put him out here. I don't know how it's coming out because I can't see it like this, but that's one bird. I had a few of them I wanted to show. There's another one up here. I hope I got him in the camera. Let's get a good look at his eye. It's only a baby, but they look good. Okay, anyway, let's get back to talking about the circle disease. Circle disease. Circle disease is, in pigeons, would be equivalent to AIDS with people. There's no cure for it. I have been treating my birds for over a year now with bleach. I give them a teaspoon and a half, sometimes 2 teaspoons, sometimes 1 teaspoon, just of bleach in the water, and it suppresses it. So being it's like AIDS, then there's no cure. You can have an HIV and still be performing like, I don't know, they were basketball players, they played sports. A fighter, was it Tommy Morrison? He had HIV. He was fighting professionally. The thing is, when stress comes in, we don't know how it's going to react. But I do know, by giving them the bleach, it does suppress it. And that's one thing I think that the pigeon flyers should be aware of. Because they're going to try and put birds with medications. And when they do the medications, it's going to make it worse. You got to remember, you have no immune system. So it's going to break down and hurt the pigeons. So, no medication, just the bleach. If they should die, let them die. The ones that live, they have a chance whenever they discover whatever that disease is, that they'll be able to vaccinate. And if it's just in the HIV form, they should be able to cure those. Once it breaks into the full-blown AIDS, which would be the circle disease, and you start seeing them doing that, running around and losing their balance, it's too late. They're going to be gone. I had some that had it, and I treated them with the bleach. It seemed like it went away, but I know it's there. I tried some young ones. I tried breeding young ones out of them just to see if it'll come out. So far, so good, but they're not under stress. I think once or twice I had a little touch of canker. I gave them canker medicine. Disaster. Lost them immediately. As soon as I started treating them with Evitril, they went completely downhill. It was better off leaving them alone, letting it go through its course. What lives, lives, and those young ones you could race. Try and save the flock, and you'll kill the whole loft. I really believe that. I'm not a vet, but I've had pigeons all my life, and I do think that medicating is the worst thing you can do once you have this disease in your loft without having to burn the loft down and starting over again. This is the only way to save what you have until they come out with a vaccine. And that's what I've been doing. And so far my birds are looking good. They're not racing yet. But I open the doors on my young bird team. They go up, they fly. Some of them are giving me an hour, some of them are giving me 2 hours, some of them haven't left the board. I have different stages of age groups, so when everybody catches up, I have maybe another 3 weeks before my race team are all on the board. And I'd say 3 weeks from there, where every bird that's in the flying team will be in the air when I open the door. And then 3 weeks after that, I start training. And that's how I do my thing. And then I'll have a little better idea on how my theory with the bleach is working out with the birds. I like to try and educate the flyers as best I can. We need this sport. We need the flyers. And if people lose their birds to disease, they get disgusted. We have enough trouble with the hawk and other things. And now with this new disease, it doesn't attack people so far. But it runs people off. They lose their heart. They don't want to fly no more because they're spending money on birds and medications. And you're wasting your time with the medication. If you don't take them to a vet, have an autopsy done, and find out exactly what to give for the circle disease, you're really pissing your money away. Because anything you try, they're going to find, what are you going to find there? Coxy. You're going to find canker. You get a little pox, you're going to have canker. And you're going to start treating for those. That's the worst thing you could do. Let it go through the pox. You can get the dry pox. I put that on. You know, but no medicine. Every time I put the medicine on, like with the pox, you get a little canker. I give them Emitril. That's about probably the best stuff you can buy for canker. Wrong. You give them that circle disease will come out, and they won't die from the canker. They're going to die from the circle disease. They'll go into a full-blown AIDS thing instead of a HIV, and you've lost the bird. Once you see them break through that, it's pretty much over. Outside of that, I'm still waiting for flyers to move down and join the IRC club. It's important that you guys come. We're going to make this the best club in the country. I'm not giving up on it. I sit in the yard, I talk to flyers, and I promote, and I do everything to help the sport. And the more people we have here, the better it'll be. Still hoping to get a vet in the clubhouse so we can start doing autopsies and maybe be able to get prescriptions for this type of a disease. Okay, that's it for this. Okay, I got it switched over. Now we'll get a little look at some of the young ones in here. These are the older birds. These are the hens. A little yellow down here. Comes out of the mulings. What do we got? It's too dark in here to actually get good pictures. We're going to walk into the other loft. Okay, these are young birds. Mandara Loft, IRC Club, Vero Beach, some of my rare colors. Go inside a little bit here. There's a pretty little dung splash. Check the splash, Husker Man reel. Some of my candy birds here, my red saddles, staff fan reeks, naturally my Gilbertson, my splashes, my 18 pigeons. There's a pretty little bird up there. It's out of the Gilbertson pigeons, but I mated it with a white, and that's what came out. There's another nest mate to it out there. I showed you how to record it on the screen. And I have two whites. One of them's got a little grizzle on the tail. I think that's out here too. It's a little hen. Really turned out to be a nice bird. I think this is it right here. Yeah, that's it. You can see a little bit of that kind of grizzle on the back. She's getting ready to lay too. She's a young bird, but she's growing up. My young ones look very, very good. And I got a little sore in here. Came through the push bob. She belongs out with the fancy birds. Go home. Okay. Anyway. Guys, that's it for today. Remember what I said about the disease for your birds. And buy your ticket. I need you guys to come down and help me build a pigeon club. Let's keep them flying and have a good weekend. This is Mandara Loft. Going out. Keep them flying, buddy.